Hey guys, John, Southwest Missouri Outdoors. So we're making the follow-up to the short I posted a little while ago. We've got the 22 Magnum rimfire out, the 22 mag. Going to be testing some different ammunitions out and see what kind of groupings we get with them. Got a couple different choices. Show you what we're going to be shooting, and then we'll get set up and do some shots. So the gun we're shooting today is going to be a Marlin XT22M. So a fairly recent production. It's got a Nikon Pro Staff rimfire on it, a 4-12, does have the BDC markings in it. So with the Nikon Spot On app, dead holds out to about 250 or so. The ammunitions we're going to be testing, again to follow up, we've got the CCI A22 35 grain Gamepoint at 2100 feet a second. The new one that I have not shot yet is the Remington Premier 22 mag. It's a 33 grain Accutip, similar to what the Hornady 30 grain VMAX is. So that's what that bullet looks like there. And then the next one is a custom hand load that I do for 22 mag. That's going to be a Nosler Ballistic tip, 40 grain boat tail. Pretty awesome looking bullet. These do have to be single loaded. They're too long to fit in the magazine, but I have checked. We're not getting any bullet setback when we put it in the gun. Rifling's far enough away. Lots of testing to get that round figured out. So we got our hand load. We've got the Remington Premier 33 grain. And then we've got the CCI, if we can get that to focus, the A22, which is your Gamepoint round. So we've got a target up down there at 50 yards. We're going to take some shots and see what kind of groupings we get, and I'll show you guys the results. Hold on for more. Alright, so the first ones we're going to shoot, something we're pretty familiar with, the CCI A22 35 grain. These are the ones that are the most accurate so far out of this gun. Been really impressed with the way they shoot, so we'll see what kind of accuracy we get here. Again, we're just about 50 yards out. We'll see what kind of group we can get. Probably be better if I had my sandbags out, but not sure where I put those up last year. Alright, so a 4-shot group with a CCI A22. Next up, we've got the Remington Premier 33 grain Accutip. A little bit slower than what the CCI A22 is. Those are 2100 feet a second with a 35 grain. These are only rated at 2000 with a 33 grain. So another reason why that CCI A22 is my fave. Great compromise of speed and weight. Definitely a different point of impact and quieter. And a misfire. Got a really good impact on the case, so that looks like a bullet problem not a gun problem. We'll continue and see if we can make a couple more go off. Not a good sign for the Remington ammunition so far. That stuff was expensive. And again, got a really nice dimple on our case. Not sure, not too happy with that so far. Glad I bought 2 boxes of it. That's 2 that actually fired. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna load these back up again and see if a second strike on them will actually get them to go off. It's pretty unfortunate. I've had the same kind of issue out of some of the Hornady VMAX loadings where I have misfires enough to where I don't trust them. Shot that time. This gun has been put up for a year, haven't done any shooting, so I don't know, maybe a gunked up firing pin is just not quite enough, but the strike on there looked like it should have been plenty. I'll tell you what, for not being reliable, they sure are accurate. So our next up is going to be these hand loads. Beautiful. They do have to be single loaded. When I chronograph these, they are right about 1950 feet per second, which is right along the line of what a standard 40 grain loading would be. Let's take a look and see how these shoot. I'm going to put these in the dead center of the target. I'm not sure where they're going to be as far as point of impact, so to be safe and get them on paper, we're going for the middle. These are some pretty neat loadings that I've come up with here with the VMAX, or not VMAX, the Nosler ballistic tips. Pretty cool to be able to make your own ammo. I do a lot of hand loading in other calibers as well. Just a fun hobby to get into, especially when you can do something completely custom that hadn't been done. Can't buy it off the shelf. That one I pulled, so I'm not sure how good this group is going to represent what this is capable of. But we'll shoot another one just to find out. We'll get these down range. I'll take it down there, look at the target, and we'll do a few more. That one felt better. And if you think loading those into the chamber is tedious, you should try hand loading them. Man, that's some little bitty stuff. All right. Let's walk down there, gun safe. Chamber's open. Let's walk down there and take a look at our groups. Like I said, we're going to do another round of those just to see how they turn out. Make sure it's not just a fluke with one 1 round of 4 on each one. Really not impressed with the Remington ammunition not going off though, but it sure did look damn accurate. So this top target up here, that is our CCI A22 35 grain. Had a pretty decent group at 50, not bad. The next one was our Remington Premier. Man, they'll hold a group, but I can't rely on that when you got to shoot it twice to make it go off. And then in the center here, again, I had one that I knew was bad. I think I pulled it high, but we're going to shoot again, see if we can improve on those at all. Also, I forgot to zoom my scope in, so we're going to zoom in, get a little bit more than 4 power, and see what kind of groupings we get. So we'll get set up and I'll turn you guys back on. All right, we're back for round 2. We're going to start off with a Remington Premier this time. Turn my scope up a little bit. We're going to go with 8 power instead of 4 this time. I'm going to do my best to hold more steady. The last ones I kind of rushed, so we're going to see if we can get really steady, see if we can get the peak out of this ammo, and hopefully not have any more misfires. Starting off good. I really love shooting 22 Magnum. It's, in my opinion, an underrated round. The power you get out of it is plenty enough for any kind of small game hunting I do around here, up to coyotes, and no recoil. Just a fun round to shoot. So good this time. All right, looks like they're all down there pretty close again. We're going to move on to our CCI A22. Misfire with that stuff. Maybe I do need to do some fire and pin cleaning. That one did not give a great mark. We'll try it again. That group opened up a little bit. Now back to our custom hand loads. We'll put 4 of those down there. See what kind of groupings we can get out of them. This I don't have a dot to go for, so I'm going to be middle of target, right edge of the orange ring. When I came up with these loads, there was a lot of research that went into it, making sure that I didn't have something that was going to blow my gun up. But when I do my part with bags, these things will hold easily an inch group at 100 if I do my part. All right, gun's clear. Let's walk down there and see what we got. Beautiful afternoon here in Southwest Missouri. Rain finally quit. Everything's all greened up, so get out and enjoy it. I think I may actually get the fishing poles out this evening and go get a line wet. Alright, so that time we shot the Remington Premier first. Only 3 holes for 4 bullets. It's a really nice group. The next one we kind of opened up a little bit with the CCI A22s. Could be ammo, could be me. Then our last group we shot, the point of impact is a little bit low and left of where I was aiming, but that can be adjusted. Again, there's 4 bullets went in there, 3 holes. So we're looking at about a 1/2 inch group at 50, so 1 inch at 100. The A22s look like they spread a little bit more than that. But so far, those Remington Premiers looks like they're doing pretty well. Hopefully the reliability is something with the gun. I'll pull it apart and clean it, polish the firing pin, make sure there's nothing hanging up there. Give it another go, another day. Thanks guys, we'll check in later.